Hey, let's get it, man. I'm so excited, bro. I can't even like express everything, but I'm just gonna keep my cool, and then we're gonna get this done, right? Yo, today is the I don't know which episode of the podcast this is, but we are Airbnb's Miami, man, and we I don't know what to call you, bro. A legend, a go, bro, like tell the people about you real quick. I got the fucking legend himself, Ant Chamberlain, in the fucking building, bro. If you're a producer, you know who this is.
Ant Chamberlain, 100 points, platinum producer, Toosii, Lil Baby, Murray, ETC, man, whole industry down there.
Yes, sir. Hey, we got Ant Chamberlain in the building, man, bro. To get you started, like my first question with you, I'm gonna keep it quick with you because I know you're a busy man. You got a lot of things going on. So, what got you started and like into your journey as a music producer and everything like that?
Well, honestly, I was going through a lot, like, you know what I'm saying, being in the military. I started, like, I wanted to make beats in high school.
For sure.
But with high school, my attention span wasn't really, like, on point. Yeah. For real. Like, I downloaded FL Studio in high school, but then, you know, I let it sit. Mm-hmm. But, you know, time passed. When I got in the military, I had a lot of time to spare.
For sure.
I started, like, I messed around with FL Studio, and then after that, like, you know, I got hooked on it. Like, I was having too much fun, so it was great. Like,
you just went up from there.
Yeah.
So, like, one question I like to ask, right? So from that moment you started there, right, to where you are right now, what was like one obstacle you had on the way, like that you overcame, that you feel like it's important for people to know?
Time, because I was in the military. I was working full time, so I had to sacrifice a lot of time for, like, you know, to work. So when I was off work, I really was just making time for beats. So if I had 3 hours to make beats, I make beats. If I had 8 hours to make beats, I make beats. Mm-hmm. So everything was just beats when I got off. You know what I'm saying? Like, I sacrificed everything. I didn't go nowhere, like, with friends, or, you know, I didn't kick it, do anything. Like, I wasn't going to the movies. Like, I was just making beats.
You
like,
just
locked in all the way.
For sure.
All the way.
Man, hey, so what's an advice you have for, like, and the quality you feel like an upcoming producer needs to have? Like you see, you just talked about how time is important, how you was locked in. So for an upcoming producer like me, and we have a lot of upcoming producers here at Airbnbs, like, what are some qualities like you feel like an upcoming producer needs to have to be like an Ant Chamberlain, like, in the future?
I would say focus on your goal, have fun, and make sacrifices. You got to make sacrifices. Like, you know, you might be working a job, and that's fine. Like, it's producers that, like, I don't want people to get it confused. Like, it's producers out here that's lit, like lit producers, and they still have jobs. You know, like me, I'm looking to do something else. For sure. You know, other than music. Like, I'm looking into what I can invest in, real estate, things like that. So, you know, don't get discouraged because you have a job. Mm-hmm. You know, just when you get off, if you're not too tired, sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? Like, or you could take a nap, get to the music right after, like, things like that. Like, you'll be okay. But you definitely have to make time for the craft, because when you make time for the craft, things happen. Like, I'm a firm believer in, you know, what you put in is what you get out. For sure. You know, I'm a God-fearing man too, but, you know, what you put in is what you get out. So if you put in absolutely nothing, you're gonna get nothing. If you put in a lot, you're gonna get something. Like, I've seen it with a lot of producers. They sacrifice. It might have took 2 years, 3 years, whatever, but when they got their break, they got their break. And I was the same. It took me years to do what I'm doing now. Yeah. So, you know, I believe in hard work, and it pays off.
For sure. So what's like one thing you learn? Like, not it don't have to be one thing. What's some lessons or some gems you learn from working with a lot of producers and a lot of artists, like successful artists over the years? Like, what's something you learned from that?
Teamwork made the dream work. Like, you know, even with these events that I do now, it's so much talent in this room that people don't know about. And I'm a firm believer in giving people a chance. You know, it's a lot of hard workers in this building right now. There's a lot of hard workers in the world, but you'll never know because you really don't meet these people. And when COVID was going on, you know, I wanted to start doing things like this. Maybe not in the terms of just Airbnbs, but you know, I wanted to do seminars. You know, I got asked to do seminars, but it's COVID, so you know, they wanted to do it online and things like that. So it was just I wanted to branch out and meet people because that's the best way. Cause you know, people might come and try to collaborate online and stuff, and it's not always
the same.
It's not the same at all. There's no connection. You can't really like if they don't know something, you can't teach them right there.
It's certain things that pop in your head at the moment that like it's impossible to tell a person online.
Absolutely. So it's just like I love connecting with people. I'm a people's person. I love meeting new people and working, getting new ideas. You know, you guys give me new ideas when I'm working with y'all. So it's kind of like that. So I really believe in teamwork. Even when I met Toosii online. Oh, he found me off of YouTube. So, you know, I listened to
Tell us a little bit more about that story. Because I know about, like, I think a lot of, because my community, like the people that watch my videos, is a lot of producers, upcoming producers and artists. I think the producers might know, but like for artists that don't know, like how your relationship with Toosii and everything like that, like how y'all came up together type stuff, like can you tell us a little bit more about like how was that, like what did you learn in that moment, like how was
so like he found me on YouTube and he tagged me in a post on Instagram and I went to the post. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm like, who is this? Like,
so it was just a beat you made online, and then he just
he tagged me in it on Instagram. Like he was showing love. Like he tagged me, and I'm like, who is this dude? And you know, I went on his page. He had a little traffic, not too much, but he had the sound I was looking for. And I'm like, damn, like who is this? So, you know, I messaged him. He was like, hey, bro, like you know, I fuck with your sound. Da 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 da. I'm like, shit, I fuck with yours too, like you know. And at the time, you know, I'm selling beats on YouTube. I don't really have money. You know, I'm like I don't have money for real, but his sound was so crazy. It fit everything I was looking for. So he was like, send some beats. You know, I'm working on a project. I sent him everything, like everything he wanted, more. Like I sent him. That's how Platinum Heart came about because we were working. And I believed in him. So then that's how I met my manager right now, Flip, because that's Toosii's manager. And he was like, you know, we got this project coming out. And he's with South Coast Music Group. And I'm not going to lie, like, you know, coming up, your budget's not going to be nothing crazy. And I took whatever because I believed in his sound. You know, I talked to Flip. I had a long conversation with him. He's the best manager ever. I had a long conversation with him. He was like, listen, Ant, just ride with them, believe in what we got going on. You're not going to regret it. That's what I did. We dropped Platinum Heart, Love Cycle went platinum. It's 2-time platinum now, actually. So, you know, it's not about, I tell producers, it's not about the money. Like, you get so caught up in the money, and it's not about that. You got to remember why you first started it. I wanted to make good music. Me and him had such a great tandem that I say, you know what? Put the money to the side. Let's make great music. And when he put the project out, everybody loved it. And I was just, I loved what it was doing. At first it was, you know, it was a little slow. You know, he was on tour. He was on a tour at the time, and you know, he was performing songs that people didn't know, but he had the energy, so they were fucking with him. So I knew he was a star in the making.
And you say like as a producer, I don't know if everybody can understand that, but I can understand what you meant by you seeing everything that you perceive for your sound, like so you really pushed everything into that person.
Everything, like literally everything. Like I was with that, I was just when I was on YouTube, I was making all type of different beats at the time. So like I was just trying everything, and I was like, you know, hopefully people like this. So when I was doing it, you know, I was aiming for Chicago. I was aiming for my hometown. For sure. I was making like G Herbo, Lil Durk, Polo G when he first came out beats, and all the Chicago people loved it. Like, you know, I actually had some people travel down to do a session with me from there.
Oh wow!
So it was just crazy because like everything I envisioned came to life because I was just working on it every day, and I had a plan for it. So it was great. It was a great road, a great experience. Like, and that's kind of what I try to do now. Still, like, I try to work with the upcoming artists and like really just build off of talent. And I love that process.
Hey, and I want to commend you for that. Like what you're doing right now, and that's gonna also lead into my next question. What you're doing right now, bro? Like, bro, I commend you for that because like that's helping the community so much. Like you don't know what you're doing for the community. Just being associated with you, just being in the room with people like you and learning from people like you, bro. Like that excels your career and excel your music experience. And that goes into my next question, right? What was your intention behind Airbnb when you were trying to put that together? Like what were you trying to achieve behind that?
So I really, like I said, during COVID, I wanted to do something where I could get with producers instead of working online. And with this, it was. I'm not gonna lie. So it was an idea that I seen from another producer.
Okay.
His name is Stafford Beats. Actually,
Okay.
He has a dope event going on too.
For
He
sure.
does that. It's not the same
Shout out to
name.
him.
Yeah, it's not the same name, but he definitely has a dope event going on. So shout out to him. But it was kind of in the same range as what I wanted to do during COVID,
Sure.
but I couldn't because all the restrictions that were going on. So with this, I just felt like, okay, I could start to see how it goes. And I didn't really plan on it to be a long-term thing, but with all the feedback and all the producers, who want to get up together and do it. And, that's why I kind of made this a thing. And, I'm touring cities right now. I'm doing it city to city every couple months, really like 4 times out the year. And my first event was just so special to me because meeting everyone, and it was so much talent, so many personalities, and it was just everything. It meant a lot to me that people would even come and do this with me. So I wanted to start that.
For sure.
I wanted to do that. That's something that I wanted to do. And my first idea during COVID was bring people to Atlanta, but maybe to like a workshop, like how people do. You might rent out a studio for a day or whatever. Okay. But I just feel like you can't connect with people how you want to. Like it's so many people that come in and they want to talk to you, work with you, and you can't. If I have 20, 25 people for one day, how can I really connect with you?
I can understand what you're saying right now, bro, because it's not even, it's a lot of people here, but it's not that much compared to what you're even in Atlanta. And it's really hard to just get like an hour just like to get like sit down with you, because it's like everybody else need that, and you cannot like just like forget about that person and all that and everything like that.
And that's why like I do it for days, so I can split my time evenly with everyone, and even going out to eat with you guys and stuff like that. I get to know y'all for who y'all are.
Sure.
All music aside, things like that. I get to know who you are and see where you come from. Like I see the hunger out of everybody in here. So it's a beautiful thing to see. It reminds me a lot of me coming up, because this is something I would have done coming up. If someone was doing this back in 2019, 2018, etc., I would have came to this, because this is something that would have really been an experience for me.
For sure.
Absolutely.
For sure. I've been here the whole time, bro. Like I had fun. Like now, bro, I'm even a bigger fan than ever, because I got to meet you in person, and it's like now it's like that's my guy right here. So it's like So my next question will be for you, right? So I seen you. One thing I was watching this week, right? I seen every time, right? I don't know. I'm not gonna say that happened with everybody or that happened every time you touch the laptop or your computer. Every time you touch your laptop, you made a banger. So how is that pressure? Like the reason why I'm asking, right? How is that pressure working in the room? Because you work with a lot of like big profile artists, right? So how is that working in the room with these people?
It's no pressure. I have fun. Like it's just fun. It doesn't matter who I'm in the room with, and sometimes you get those shaky legs, like
what about you see your favorite artist, like your favorite artist, because you're working with these guys. Like
if I'm in the studio with them, because they're human, so I'm human too. I know what I got to offer. If they like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. Like, and I've been put in some sessions to where I'm like, oh shit, like I'm in here with him.
Yeah.
How's this gonna go? And you know, you just come prepared, you come with your stuff, and you play whatever. One thing I'm not scared to do though is play stuff that's different, because those are the bangers. You know, you might go in there like, oh, this artist wants this type of beat because they rap on this. Nah, play whatever, because they might hear something that you thought was trash and it'll be a hit. So I have fun when I go in a session. Usually the artists are cool. I have a thing to where if the artist isn't really, if I can't really vibe with the artist, then the best type of work not gonna get done. I don't like being somewhere where I don't feel welcome or things like that. So if they on some other shit, then I'm gonna be on some other shit. I'm gonna be ready to go.
For sure. So you don't force it. You don't force it. So if the session is not like where you, like if it's not like the artist is giving, if because one thing I understand about energies, if the person not giving you good vibe, they're giving you bad vibe. So once you peep the bad vibe, you out of there. That's
like I'm out of there mentally. Like I still might be playing beats, but it's not gonna be cool. Like, cause I done been to some dope sessions. Like, who can I give an example of that I just really love being in a session with? I mean, obviously Toosii, but Lil Papa, very very cool, man. He's a hard worker too. He gets a lot of work done. He you know, go through it, real cool, real thorough guy. So, you know, I love doing sessions with him. Another one, you know, Y-Fan Lucci, you know, he's locked up right now, but, you know, I kind of came up with him. So when we in sessions, you know, he values my opinion on the song. You know, we go over things. We made beats together, you know, things like that, to where I crafted for him. And that's the whole point of music. Because producing goes further than just sitting in your bedroom and making beats. When you lock in with these artists that actually respects your craft, they respect your idea on the song. Like, it's more than just sending the beat, they rap on it. Like, if you're actually locked in with that artist, they value your opinion. I love that, working with an artist, because it makes music very fun. That's what it's all about. We're giving the vibe off to other people who might be in the club turning up or whatever. Yeah. So we got to produce those vibes that we had in the studio. For sure. So I love that about sessions and artists that are really cool and understanding of what you got going on, because then they could, y'all both on the same accord.
For sure. So how do you stay motivated to like keep going? Because you've been making beats and like you achieved a lot of things. Like, you know, like how do you stay motivated to keep going?
You can't ever get complacent. If you get complacent, you will fall off, like literally. But I mean, I take breaks. You know, if I'm not making beats for real, like, you know, I'll go watch movies, or, you know, go outside, or just do cool things. I go play basketball, I work out. So, you know, just live your life, get motivation. You know, you might take a week off. If I take a week off, sometimes I go listen to different genres of music, because then I want to go make those genres of music. I want to try something new. Like, I don't always want to make trap or, you know, stuff like that. I want to go maybe make pop this week, and then I might go try to learn how to make EDM. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what I was doing. So I would spend like a week off, listen, learn, and then come back a better producer.
Right. Hey, bro. Hey, man. So many games and so many gems. I'm not gonna keep you too long. So, what would be a lot like your ultimate, like your advice to a producer that's upcoming? Like, you know, I'm a producer that's upcoming. Cause my question for you, right? A lot of time, the people I meet, right, they be so passionate about like music, right? They be like, yo, I want to make music. Stop me on the street. I'm like, I make beats. Oh, like rap for me right there. Oh, I make beats. Oh, I used to make beats 2 years ago. What would be a advice you give to like a person like going to that stage of like, I don't know if I want to make beats, or I don't like in that like beginning stage of making beats? What would be an advice you give?
I would say set goals, like monthly goals of what you want to do, accomplish them, and keep working, and network is the biggest thing. Meet everybody you can meet. Don't sit in the bedroom all day making beats, or, you know, going to the studio by yourself, whatever the case may be. Network, travel, go to different cities, different events, meet new people. Like, networking is everything, bro. So if it's an event in Atlanta, like, I'm not telling somebody to spend their last on it, but bro, if you could scrape up some, or go get an extra job or something to get that money to go, do it, because it's gonna be worth it. You have to put your all into this if you really want it. So, like, you have to, like I said, get a goal every month, follow up with it, and while you're doing that, network. because that's the biggest thing. Like, you might not even be the most. I wasn't the most advanced producer